Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, gentlemen, each of you, for your military service. Just like to start out with some corrections for the record, since it's been a topic of discussion. I've got the quote here from the President. A red line for us is we start seeing a whole bunch of chemical weapons moving around or being utilized. That would change my calculus. That would change my equation. That's the President, August 20th of 2012, just because some folks like to revise history. Secretary Kerry, if you could, just one question to start out and then a couple more quotes, is would you consider sarin gas a weapon of mass destruction?
Yes.
VX gas, weapon of mass destruction?
Yes.
Okay, so those two were used in Iraq, found in Iraq before I got there, and found in Iraq when I got there, for those who say that the past administration lied about weapons of mass destruction. Now, some quotes here for you. This is from the President. The President does not have the power under the Constitution to unilaterally authorize a military attack in a situation that does not involve stopping an actual or imminent threat to the nation. That was in 2007. If the U.S. goes in and attacks another country without a UN mandate and without clear evidence that can be presented, then there are questions in terms of whether international law supports it. That was August 23rd of 2013. 2013, August 31st. While I believe I have the authority to carry out this military action without specific congressional authorization, I know that the country will be stronger and our actions will be even more effective if the strike is authorized by Congress. Now, Secretary Kerry, you, President Obama, and Vice President Biden have all previously expressed your support for the War Powers Resolution. Section 2C of the statute asserts that the President may constitutionally use U.S. armed forces abroad only pursuant to a declaration of war, specific statutory authorization, a national emergency created by an attack on the United States. We have a credibility and trust issue here. I questioned Ambassador Ford right here in this room in March about our strategy, and I could get no clear answer regarding the crossing of a red line, which I think was a capricious statement based on the lack of a strategy. However, we are here right now with this situation in front of us. My direct question to you, Secretary, is will the President abide by the wishes of the representatives of the American people if there is a no vote on a resolution in this Congress?
Well, I can't look. I can't answer for the President. He answers for himself, obviously, and I answer to him. But I can guarantee you the President has made it clear that he believes he has the authority within the Constitution, in the executive branch, to be able to take an action without congressional approval, and that has happened again and again under presidencies of both parties. So, I don't think we're going to advantage ourselves with that constitutional debate here right now.
But I think that's pivotal and critical. While we're talking about how we're going to do what we're going to do, we haven't talked about enough about
rather than talk about
authority. No, if the President has the authority to do it. And with all due respect, Mr. Secretary, with all the, I'm glad that the President came to Congress to get this question answered and have us involved. He made the statement that he was going before he came to Congress. And then it's my opinion that when the American people said, we don't want you to do this, and when the international community said, we're not with you on this, and British Parliament said no, then he came to the Congress.
Well,
not because he had this shining vision in the beginning of a grand strategy which would involve the Congress once the red line was crossed.
Congressman, look, we can have a discussion here. Needless to say, you don't agree with the President's approach to some of these issues over a period of time, maybe many of them, maybe all of them. And you are a member of the other party, and the President isn't your President of choice. He's the President we have. It doesn't do us any good here to debate those differences with the President. What is important is to discuss here whether or not the fact that he has come to you and he is requesting this authority and he has made his decision as President of the United States.
And I would say That's
So
fair.
now let's decide whether or not, together, we can find the common ground in the interests of our country to do what is necessary to hold a man accountable for his use of chemicals, weapons of mass destruction. That's the question.
We have with us Tulsi Gabbard, who flew a long way from Hawaii to be with us today. Tulsi.
Thank you.